All right, guys, welcome back to the Lucky Pierres. Tonight we got a new movie review for you. This one is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. All right, pretty big movie, probably the biggest movie of the year. It's making a killing, and like pretty well-known tale, right? You know what I mean?
I mean, I thought almost everybody knew it, but it seems like a lot of people that their complaints, and it's like, you don't know The Odyssey, do you?
Well, I've never read it. At least I don't remember. I did take a Greek.
I feel like you probably read it like in school.
Yeah, mythology in high school, right? And that was a very long time ago. And
but I mean, because people that are complaining are acting like experts, and it's like, bro, I don't think you read any of it.
Yeah, experts on everything in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, I had minimal knowledge of it going in, which is fine. I don't care. You don't need knowledge of it. It's just
it's great.
Yeah. So let me explain the plot if no one knows it. After the Trojan War, Odysseus faces a dangerous voyage back to Ithaca, meeting creatures like the Cyclops, Polyphemus, Sirens, and Calypso along the way. It's a pretty brief summary, but that's basically it.
A summary would be an hour long.
Yeah, it has a huge cast. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, John Bernthal, John Leguizamo, Robert Pattinson, Elliot Page, Mia Goth, Charlize Theron, Benny Safdie, Zendaya, and Samantha Morton. So yeah, this movie is based on a fictional tale, The Odyssey.
How dare you?
By Homer. Yeah, how dare you?
That's real.
And it's
as real as the Bible.
Right. And it centers on perseverance, intelligence over raw brute force, and loyalty, and the sacred duty of hospitality. Right? And basically, keeping one's mind and family ordered is the highest human goal, and that's what his goal is in this. Odysseus, so basically, it starts off and he goes to fight a war for Agamemnon. And correct me if I'm wrong here, and it's kind of mandatory for him. He has to because Agamemnon will kill his son, right?
Kind of
sacrifice his son. And so he goes to the Trojan War, and he's stuck over there for 10 years fighting that war until they finally do the Trojan horse and get into Troy, is it?
Well, he's not at the war for 10 years, but that's how long it is before he comes home.
No, it's 20 years.
I think they're stuck on the beach for
10
years.
Yeah, he said 10, and then it's 20 by the time he gets home. Mm-hmm. But so they do he comes up, from what I understand, with the idea for the Trojan horse, where they hide in the Trojan horse and wait, and they present it as a gift. And they didn't even tell Elliot Page's character, who I'm not sure what his name is.
I forget, yes.
But that's right, though, right? He's not told because they wanted him to even, because who knows if he's a good actor. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and he feels betrayed. Mm-hmm.
He had to be like a sacrifice.
Yeah, he got smoked.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and but they succeeded in the mission in that the horse is taken as a gift, and then they let Agamemnon and his army in, and they just slaughter everyone. Huh?
Dumbasses.
Who?
The Trojans in there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They did think about it, like they stabbed into it. Mm-hmm. But they gave up pretty quick. They stabbed like twice.
I'm not saying dumbasses. I was just saying it's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But
it was kind of like a rule. If the gods give you something, you have to take it. So.
Yeah, and that's a whole theme or whatever in the movie, is that Odysseus is feeling very guilty about how they did that, in that they were given these people a gift, and these people thought it was a gift, and then they just betrayed them and their trust in
Well, I was going to say, do you want to just talk about the movie, and then at the end, I can just rapid fire off the differences if you want me to.
That's fine, yeah. Because you've read The Odyssey, right?
Yes. And I took, as electives in school at college, I took mythology, advanced classes, because when I signed up for them, they're like, what is your major? And I was like, accounting. And they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, just the advisor, when I picked my classes, they're like, this is a level 500 class. The only people in here are literature majors.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, I just like mythology. And they're like, I mean, okay.
It was like an advanced mythology?
It was just my electives. Like, they just let me take them as
there were no
filler classes.
prereqs for that mythology class?
Like
Or you just kind of snuck in
my other literature,
through a loophole?
My other literature classes.
Oh,
So,
it
like,
was a prereq.
like those were, but then like you could take whatever classes you wanted after that. But like people that aren't going into that aren't going to take.
Right. Could you tell, though, like it was more advanced than a regular? No, it was just the same kind of information?
I mean, the books I had to buy were probably crazier than normal.
But
Just
you
more
did,
in depth.
But when you were watching the movie, you did see a lot of differences right off the top
that's
of
what I
your
was
head.
going to say. One of the biggest ones, like you already mentioned, how he was like remorseful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not really. In the story, like in the original Odyssey story, they make him a much better person in the movie. Like he's much more remorseful, way more loyal. Because in the story, the original Odyssey, basically, the lesson is he lost his humanity and was no longer like a remorseful, forgiving person.
Well, there is some of that in here.
Oh, but I mean, like how he kind of hesitate. Like there's no hesitation. He murders everybody. He fools everybody. Like he hangs out when he gets back to Ithaca. He's there for like ever, hidden, like acting like he's somebody else, and like gaslighting his own dad.
Oh, wow.
Like, isn't it crazy your son died in the war? That sucks. And then like 2 years later, be like, that's me, Dad.
Yeah.
That's me.
Where was his dad in this?
He wasn't in the movie at all.
Oh, John Leguizamo played that kind of character,
Yeah,
I
that
suppose.
character.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
That's interesting. Yeah, so I get the change why Nolan
Right.
did it.
Well, yeah, I
to
mean,
make the character likable,
more appealing.
And Matt Damon is a very likable. Has Matt Damon ever played a not likable character? He's likable in pretty much everything. Has he ever played like? Oh, you're right.
He's kind of a dick in that.
No, you're right. He's a piece of garbage in that.
Yeah.
But yes. So yeah, we'll get to the differences
A
later.
likable piece of garbage.
All right. How do you like them apples? All right. So he's Odysseus. He's forced to serve for Agamemnon in the siege of Troy. Is it a siege? Is that the right word
I
I'm
guess.
using?
Ambush. I don't know,
Ambush,
whatever.
yeah.
Takeover. Assault.
Yeah, that's good. If he doesn't join the fight, his son will be killed. He goes and becomes this incredible leader that they tell tales and sing songs of, only to be lost for, or only to be on that beach or in that war for 10 years, and then 7 years after that, being stuck on a beach, or being stuck with Calypso. And yeah, she's kind of, from what I understand, she's tricking him into believing that.
The lotus that he eats.
Yeah, it was
erases your
something-
memory.
Okay, yeah, so he can't remember, and then he stops eating it, right?
Yes, and she just lets him.
And then he starts putting the pieces together, even the boat pieces, no pun intended, whatever.
He did make a sick boat.
He did. Yeah, that thing came apart like 200 yards out.
Yeah.
Dude. But all in all, his journey home takes about 20 years, and
Insane.
the acting in this is very good. I mean, there's some people that are just okay, but Matt Damon's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it again today. I seen it twice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I need to see it again.
Matt Damon's excellent. Anne Hathaway's excellent.
She's great.
And then who else is excellent?
Bernthal.
Yeah, but Bernthal's.
Hey.
No, I mean, I think he's like, honestly, he looks like a convincing like Greek/Turk.
Yeah, for sure.
But it doesn't. I don't know why he's good and stuff because he is just him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like he,
No, I
like
was
he
gonna
has
say
like
that.
the southern drawl, and you're like, what is?
I like him, but he's a one-trick pony, man.
don't know.
But
he's
I
a
always like
one-trick pony. Same. He always does this thing.
It's like
Yeah.
because I think because he hits like the right emotion, like the inflection, and like at the right times.
Yeah.
So, but he sounds like himself, but you're like, I still buy
Pull
it.
it off.
He's always overly macho and overly confident and overly aggressive.
Yeah.
And he's always doing
always
that,
overly aggressive,
He's
for
always
sure.
doing that squinty thing. And I like him, though. I like Bernthal. Anne Hathaway's standout performance, as well as Samantha Morton in that very dark scene that would make you think Christopher Nolan could do a horror movie. The one where...
Cersei?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cersei.
it's so good.
It's so good, where she's turning the soldiers or whatever, what have you, into animals. And you see them on the way up the cliff. You see the lion, the tiger, the panther, I forget what else, cheetah or something. And then he sees the deer and he goes hunting because they leave him behind because they've kind of lost their faith in him and they leave him behind. And then he goes to hunt the deer, kills the deer, and realizes that they're human. And then he goes back to save his crew. Which that was crazy looking though, how she was bending shapes, like it was
transformations were very
like
cool.
it was Play-Doh.
Insane, yeah.
No pun intended. Play-Doh. Shoot.
Just think of that while you're watching the second time. Yeah. Like, I gotta work in Play-Doh
I literally
somehow.
just thought about. But Pattinson, he's also great. He plays the main antagonist that isn't like.
He's great at making you hate him.
Yep.
He plays the main antagonist that isn't like the journey itself, because that would be the kind of the main antagonist, but he's the embodiment. Like if it was a physical person, he's the antagonist, and he's Antinous, who pines over Anne Hathaway, but more so the power that comes with her hand in marriage.
He just wants to be king.
He wants the power, yeah. But this movie, though, you know what it acts as a bunch of cool sequences with the one thread of, actually a couple threads of the siege of Troy intertwined in between, and then also the Calypso stuff intertwined. Those two intertwine, but then the sequences play out. There's multiple sick ones, like the Cyclops sequence. Love it. Cyclops Polyphemus, the encounter with the Sirens, another great sequence. Mm-hmm. The tribe of massive, and they don't show this, man-eating giants, the Strigonians, the encounter with the witch Circe, and then the epic return and battle at the end. And but at its core, it's just about a long and arduous journey home. And a lot of people can relate to that, whether you've been in, I don't know, military, served tours or what have you, or been through a lot of stuff and finding your way back home. You could take it.
It's got a relatable theme that war is just hell.
Yeah, exactly. That
was the last thing I wrote in my rules. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Like, war is hell.
Yeah, that people can relate to, like being in such a hole and finding their way back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About digging your way out of a hole. And then, what's her name? Anne Hathaway not losing faith that her husband's still alive out there after, was it 20 years or whatever, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be a year and she'd be like, I need someone to pound me. 100%.
They did make it look like she was almost falling for Pattinson already. Like,
Yeah,
it took,
you think?
he got in her head really
debating.
quick. Like, it was like, she's about to kiss him.
Yeah, once he said, like, you're taking that apart tonight, she's like, he's onto something. He's pretty slick, actually.
Oh, man. But yeah, and he's completing a mission that he didn't know all the details about, and then he sacrifices some of his integrity, and he goes against some of his beliefs and morals or whatever, and he's wrestling with the guilt from that peace offering turning into a hunt and murder of people who had no intention of hurting him. And it's also about his exile and him remembering everything. And yeah, just a great movie about a journey home, a long road home. And
yeah, I mean, there's so many sick parts, and
yeah,
the actual sound and like just the size of the movie is just unbelievable.
Oh, it's crazy.
Visually breathtaking.
It's beautiful to look at.
Scale is massive.
Beautiful to look at.
I think there's pros and cons of doing it without any Greek or Greeks involved, which it's broader appeal, but like slightly less authentic, because everybody should have been Greek. But I understand that's not realistic.
Right.
Yeah,
the score and sound design are both top notch.
they are.
Except for very loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so loud.
Unbelievably loud.
It's so loud. My social media feed has been all
bitching about how
Odyssey.
loud it is.
That, the loudness, someone get these beggars out of here.
That means
And then also
sick.
the third one is all of the ones with the bow. Ding.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
the bows.
It's it's like a freaking controller cord or like a like a vacuum cord, anything. And that's so good. That was epic.
I do think it did well at like playing out, unfolding like a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Except even at like not
like
very
it
long.
did. Yes.
But I feel like it did take a little while for me to like be fully into it, but not super long. But like the first
I agree.
15 minutes, maybe half an hour, you're kind of like, okay, get me somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, but it gets there.
It
Once they get
gets
to
there.
the siege, I was like, oh, I'm
Oh,
in. The siege is so sweet.
It's so awesome.
Well, then, based on the violent content, the lack of blood and gore is confusing, and I think the biggest misstep. Because he literally has arrows sticking out of his back, no blood.
Yeah.
Like, straight up slashing people's throats, no blood.
That's true. I didn't
Well,
really
no,
notice.
I think
It was just a very odd choice.
I think
Because it was rated R. It's not like that was the thing.
No,
No,
I-
that would make sense.
I get what you're saying, but I do believe that he shot it in a way that he didn't want to show that.
yeah, I know.
if that makes sense.
I mean, I get it that
Like
it was
the
a choice. It
Yeah,
quite
kinda like-
obviously was a
Kinda
choice.
mucked it up a little bit.
The
If it was-
angles and whatnot,
But I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like
cutting at
there
certain
just had to be
times, and
some, because like it was crazy, like what was going on screen,
how little there is.
and how little of any kind of blood there is.
Interesting, yeah. It is interesting. Even like
But I mean, I get also that mainstream appeal.
Yeah.
Like probably less people would be about it if there was the
Super
amount of
bloody.
gore I wanted.
exactly. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're right. Like it could have went a lot harder in the paint in that regard.
Well, I mean, like it did go hard, but just like how there was no blood, it was like it's very weird. Like
It would be
you're
cr-
showing crazy stuff.
it would be cool to
Like
see.
they stabbed Cyclops in the eyeball, no blood.
Well, it cut at that moment.
Well, I know, but you know
yeah,
what I mean. Like,
yeah, I know. But yeah, again, Cyclops when he bites the head off that dude,
Yeah.
like blood could have sprayed.
Yeah.
You could have done it in a stylish, cool way, but yet he didn't.
didn't.
It might have
was-
been almost like less horrific if that happened or something. It would have been like it would have been like a horror movie.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
Then there is another thing.
You're saying he would have leaned too hard into horror if that would have happened.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was more like nightmarish the way he did it.
Yes, yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
There another thing that wasn't the same dog at all. Like when they showed him get his puppy, it was like a hunter dog. And then at
Oh.
the end when he comes back, it's like a scruffy mutt dog and like it's just not the same dog. Like I
You should message like Nolan
well, I
or
mean,
something.
you know what I mean? Like it's just such a bizarre thing. Like
Send him a
because they
letter.
straight up showed the dog he picked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And then the dog that was his, it was just like you're not
well,
even close to the
well-
same dog.
Well, you got to think it is a 20-year difference.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't the same breed of dog.
You don't think so?
Not at all. They showed you the dog in the beginning.
Maybe a dog that I don't know what breed that is, but maybe that dog grows up to look like that.
I don't.
I didn't
don't
fully
know.
notice that it was that much
It
different.
was just, it was crazy.
Huh?
I mean, I think
Which it is such a small thing.
No,
but
it is.
I did keep coming back to it. I was like, Sophia, that's not the same dog.
I feel like this is the thing. Here's the thing. I feel like you were tricked by the fur color because when it was a puppy, it was like white and all that.
well, no, I
And
mean
then-
like
and then later it's beige.
they literally call it a hunting dog. The whole movie, they're like, that's my dad's hunting dog, and it's not like when they show it like as when he's gone, the dog the whole time. That's not a hunting dog. That's just a dog.
Maybe in those times it was.
Yeah,
Greek
but I mean, they
mythology?
show you as puppies. They were like those, I don't like pointer dogs almost, and this was like a Benji.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he was hiding the real dog, and that was Cersei turned someone into that. No, I'm kidding.
Then, but Charlize Theron,
Yeah,
wow,
she's pretty good looking.
she's in her 50s in a burlap sack, making me salivate.
Yeah, she looked ridiculous.
It's caused a
good.
little fight with me and Sophia
Well, how so?
because I was like, Charlize Theron in a burlap sack, my God.
Right.
And she's like, how old is she? I was like, she's in her 50s. And she's like, oh, like that's like me in 10 or 20 years or whatever. And I go, okay, what are we doing here? I was like, sure, you'll look good. You're not Charlize Theron in a burlap sack. And she's like, I was like, well, I mean, you want me to be honest or you want me to lie to you?
Right.
Many are.
Right. No, but
And then it did seem like, honestly, if you're super sensitive, I feel like you could start to feel seasick. Like on the boat scenes, I was like, he really went for it. Like with the camera movements,
Oh
you
my
really
God.
felt like you were on the ocean.
it was so cool looking.
And with like the sound and the vibrating chair
Yeah.
like shaking the whole time.
Yeah.
Really
And then
immersed you in it.
and then the wide shots of the boat itself, like how did he do that? It looked so real. You know what I'm saying? It looked real.
Then, do you remember in the Cyclops cave how there was all that cheese?
Yeah.
I said, if that was feta, there'd be no stopping me.
You're a big
I'd
feta
be,
fan?
just be eating all the sacks of cheese. The Cyclops would come in and I'd just be balls
You'd have been
deep
so
in
pissed.
there.
That's funny, man.
But that's when, like, once the Cyclops enters the cave, I feel like is when I was like, oh, here we go.
Exactly. I was the
Yeah.
same
Like,
way.
I was like, this is it.
This is where it's picking up, baby.
But
That dude-
that scene, I was waiting for them because I know what happens. I was waiting for them in the story. They tie themselves to the sheep so that when they escape, like when the sheep exit, they're tied to their bellies, and
Interesting.
they already blinded them. So he just feels the top of the sheep, and they get out. But they didn't do that in this.
Tied to the bellies really makes no sense because there's not enough room under there.
Well, I mean, they could have even just clung to them, but like, you know what I mean? Like that's what's in the story.
Yeah, I feel like those would have to be some massive
Maybe a
sheep.
bigger sheep.
Yeah.
Did you guys think anyone did not do a great job actor-wise?
Oh, you told me.
Because I have one that I felt like didn't need to be in it. It was miscast. And
you told
Go
me,
ahead.
but
I thought Holland was very bland and just like had no need to be in it, no emotion, and didn't bring anything. For me personally, just brought nothing.
I'm gonna be honest.
He didn't stand out for me, but I didn't hate it.
I'm gonna be honest. He's never impressed me in my life. Like,
I mean, I knew when Ben was listing characters he liked, it wasn't me, Tom Holland.
Right.
Dude's never impressed me in my. He's just there, always.
But did you guys like the Cyclops?
That was great.
I thought it was
It was
sick. I know,
really cool.
Like people have
That was
complained
very cool, man.
like that. First of all, the first complaint I ever saw about it was like people were like, "Oh, it's not a realistic take on Cyclops." It's like it's not a real thing. We're talking about a giant with one eyeball here.
Yeah.
On the same vein
And
of
then-
that is the people saying the woke characters. I'm like, they're not real people.
Yeah.
So why are you so upset about black or
Well,
trans?
also,
Or who cares?
The people that say that, first of all, there were many black people in ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Second of all, ancient Greece was super gay and fluid. They were wrestling naked
for sure.
all the time.
Yeah. Right.
The first Olympics were an excuse for men to wrestle naked.
Yeah. If you want a realistic movie,
Greco-Roman wrestling.
that's
But-
what it'd be.
The Cyclops to me
Was
I thought
sick.
was super cool.
Really cool.
Because like how his eye wasn't
Yeah, it was like
it was
slanted.
off kilter.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't know. Obviously, I don't know Christopher Nolan, but I thought he was trying to make it look like he was like almost a deformed like child. Because like in all the old stuff you see, it's just a normal eyeball in his head and he's fine. But like this Cyclops had like the cleft lip, like a cleft palate, and
Yeah.
a wonky eye, and he is Poseidon's son. So I feel like he's like a incest
Yeah.
like baby that just Poseidon was like, just go on your
Shoved him
island
away,
and
yeah.
stay in that cave.
Shunned him like an attic,
Which I thought was very cool.
like an attic, creature.
baby?
Yeah, attic.
Those
baby.
have
And
eyes
I
type.
did like that they did like a gnarly, gritty take on the Trojan horse, like them being inside forever and
Yeah.
sweaty and gross and talking about like pissing and shitting.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then also
they could have done it not that gritty, and I think it was cool that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've seen in the past when it's like
On
on wheels and
Yeah.
it like rolls perfectly.
And I honestly
this one's
thought
drug across the sand.
I thought it was going to be bigger, honestly. Like it was big, but I thought it was going to be like he was going to go crazy.
It was a
it
sick
was
way for
pretty
them to
massive.
like get it to Troy.
Yeah.
Was dragging it over the logs. And
Yeah.
rolling.
It was
Did you guys
awesome.
Hear Bernthal's story about the Trojan horse?
Yeah, the water.
How he was in there and he's like freezing his balls off, and Nolan's like, "You can get out." He's like, "You're not going to break me, Nolan. You're not going to break me."
You're not gonna break.
'Cause they were in there for so long.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
great.
freezing.
Yeah, because it was
That's
like
funny, man.
in the water.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I said Elliot's boxing video didn't help him there, did it?
No.
He's hooked on boxing though.
And then when he said, "Feel free to add stuff," I said, "Shocker."
Yeah, exactly.
Main character syndrome.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you played the smallest part, and you're like, "Hey, feel free to tell people I did some cool stuff."
And if you know that it was Ellen to Elliot, feel free to add stuff as ironic as hell.
Right.
Oh, I didn't mean.
No, I did.
But I know.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, you know
But
I meant it.
But yeah,
A wiener.
but also the outrage about Elliot Page being in it is so funny to me because people were freaking out saying he was playing Achilles.
Yeah.
Achilles isn't even the movie.
Right.
No.
He played a completely different
100%,
character.
yeah. And he was
people were
good.
like, how dare they cast
And he was good.
him as
He was good, yeah.
Achilles and wasn't.
Right.
Dude,
Just any reason to be outraged.
this is off topic or whatever, but that freaking Hades scene looked so cool.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it was awesome.
that
Oh
the
my
like
God, it
congregation with
looked
the
so
dad was
awesome.
It was like chilling.
Yeah.
That was awesome looking. And then like the black on his face and just looked really
Yeah, the way
awesome.
he portrayed everything was so awesome.
It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Darkly beautiful.
I said Poseidon's a salty bitch.
Like, as he shot the Cyclops, and then
Well-
he was just like, well, now you're doomed.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't even care about his kid,
No.
the Cyclops. But then was like, you know what? You poked my son's eye out that I shunned to a cave. I'm still gonna wreck your vacation. I'm gonna wreck the
And
whole
was
trip.
that even what did it? I thought it was like he fired that last arrow is what did it. Like the last one that Matt Damon shot.
Yeah.
And was like, that pissed him off.
That was it, I think.
Yeah.
Not that he stabbed his eye out and
No,
wrecked
it was
everything.
the last
Yeah.
arrow. Because it's like I read up on this. It's like a hubris type of thing. He didn't need to.
Right.
In the in the story, he says, doesn't he
Nobody.
say his name or something?
What they left out is basically once they blinded him, he said, "Who stabbed my eye out? Like, I demand to know who stabbed my eye out."
And then doesn't Odysseus
says nobody.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yes, and Cyclops takes that as his name.
Oh.
So when he exits the cave, he's yelling to there's other inhabitants of the island. He's like, "Help me, nobody stabbed my eye out. Nobody did this." So, like, they tricked him.
Yeah.
And he, like, pulled one out over on him, and that's what pisses off the gods. But yes, shooting the arrow when he was blinded, they could have escaped.
Yeah, dude, I thought that was petty as hell. That was such a petty move. You know what I mean?
But also, like, that goes against...
No, but
in the movie, it goes against, like, oh, he feels remorse. Like, that was the only thing where it was like, why would he... Like, of all characters, why did he do that?
it was odd, but yeah, maybe
It would have made more sense if, like, a soldier did it.
for sure.
Right.
Because they were mad at him for doing it, but then they were mad at him for not avenging them sooner, and it was like, pick your lane.
Right.
Either
But-
you want him to avenge them or you don't.
You remember why he did it though in the
Yeah.
movie? The Cyclops spit out that helmet of his comrade, and he's like, that's not happening. He said, you're getting shot.
Yeah. The giant dudes you were talking about, the Laestrygonians were
Yes.
sick.
That was really cool looking.
The transformations, like, of turning into pigs, was super sick.
Oh, awesome. But the Laestrygonians in the novel are man-eating cannibals.
Yes.
That they should have like dug into that.
In
they
the
already
story,
had
they
the
weren't.
Cyclops doing
They
that.
didn't show them like that. Like, no, that was all Nolan's brain. Like,
Yeah.
the giants in the armor and all the stuff. In the story, they literally they're giant cannibals, and they just throw rocks at them and sink their ships.
Yeah, I seen pictures.
And then they, like, come out and eat them.
Interesting.
It looked a lot cooler this way.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Because-
That
yeah,
Congregation of the Dead was cool.
it was so cool.
It didn't seem to take much for Pattinson to get in her head.
No.
Because he literally was just like, hey, I'll let your son even be king and for a while if you want. And then she's like, ooh, hey.
Yeah.
And he's like, I won't even tell anybody you're cheating on this weaving you're doing.
Pattinson nailed it.
And then I was like, get it, Mia Goth.
She wasn't really necessary
Just
either,
in
but
there,
she's always great.
flip-flopping.
Yeah.
See,
Well, she was kind of like multiple characters because there were multiple, like, slaves that betrayed them, and she was the only one. So, like,
Yeah.
she was supposed to be more than one
Right.
character.
there were some people that like weren't even like necessary for them to get this big star. Like Zendaya, like
Yeah,
she's not-
She didn't do much.
no, and yeah, what was her name? What
She was
Mia
Athena.
Goth? Lupita Nyong'o, or however you say her name. Like she was in it minimally.
I was excitedly waiting for the sirens, but that kind of let me down.
Really?
Because going in, somebody told me that the sirens, like, scene was super sick. And then it was just kind of a brief glimpse.
Yeah, it was. They didn't even get to the island.
They didn't, like, even show them up close.
I think
Yeah.
that's creepier how he shot it though.
The
give you
singing,
that.
the sound part was cool.
I think that
but-
just seeing it from a distance is creepy, and then you see Damon did some fine acting.
Yeah.
there.
Awesome,
he was
yeah.
awesome. It was the screaming, and he said, which was brash as hell and just bold to do that. Like I want to be the first to survive. You know? Nuts.
But again, hubris.
Yes, there it is.
But then I said, this is about to make the Red Wedding look tame if they do it right. Which
Oh,
it was
man,
good.
yeah, it was.
But, bro, the story is crazy. So, like, yeah, first of all, like, he has no remorse. He slays them all.
Yeah,
But
I did
in
find
the
that
story,
crazy.
like, Tom Holland's character, his son, is also in there. They're just beating everybody's ass.
2 John Wicks.
And then the guy who was, like, throwing weapons through the floor, that guy, they catch him. They cut off his nose, his ears, his tongue, his dick and balls, and then kill him. And then Mia Goth's character, the slaves that betrayed them, they make them clean up the mess while they watch. Clean up all the blood, all the body parts, and then they hang them all.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been received as well if they went there with that.
It's been too dark, I think. I
And
think it's
then-
better this way,
Yeah.
where he just goes full
Oh,
John
it was
Wick.
very good.
You know what I'm saying?
But then, why are all those idiots fighting for Antinous? I'd say you can have Penelope. Send me to Calypso. Just give me to
I don't
her.
think it's the way it works, but yeah.
Wait, you repeat that?
I said, why were they fighting? Well, I mean, because they were fighting for Antinous. He was hiding behind a pole, like, get him, and they're like,
yeah,
okay.
I was wondering that as well. Like you,
like one of them kneeled, and then the other one's kneeled, but you
Yeah.
could have done that so much sooner.
Right.
I
You
was
didn't all
wondering-
have to die for that pussy.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like, get in there. Like they should have told him, get in there.
Right.
But then I said, you can take Penelope. Just send me to Calypso.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
She couldn't recognize his voice.
It did seem
Like
odd.
it was crazy because they didn't disguise it or anything.
Right.
No, I mean
I guess-
I think he spoke so low that it was like
Yeah, but the just one scene, they were
didn't-
like this.
yeah, he didn't.
There was just like thread separating them.
I mean, it's somewhat believable because he was covered in.
Yeah.
I guess.
I said they gave Odysseus one hell of a case of PTSD.
yeah, they really did, didn't they?
I said he was giving us a great Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like throughout the movie, he was like Robin Hood.
He really was.
Yeah.
he really was.
And then
yeah.
I said even some Moon Knight badassery when he was with that hood.
Yeah, it was sick.
Then I said Disclosure Day couldn't have gotten that deer.
yeah, much better deer. Yeah, dude, there was a woman today in front of me. She was like probably like a 60-year-old woman. She's like, "Can I get one for Disclosure Day?" I want to just be like, "Miss." I didn't want to ruin it for her.
She'd be
though,
like, "This is my third time seeing it."
Miss.
no, because chicks like when you call them Miss and not Ma'am. You know?
Chicks. She's 60.
Yeah.
I mean, if people have gripes with it, I wish they knew the source material before you like take crazy stabs at your problems with the movie.
It's just
Because then I could at least take them seriously and understand what they were saying.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, if you have qualms with the casting, you still should be able to appreciate most of the performances.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't like the casting, they pulled it off.
They
were
pulled it off great.
They were almost all good.
Yeah.
And I said, Nolan did it without any time travel tomfoolery.
Yeah.
He didn't throw in any weird Nolan stuff.
One.
Not the typical Nolan
well,
stuff now.
Here's I did have like just minor flaws or cons about it. Some characters are thin. Like, you know what would have helped is if the crew was like a little bit more. You knew a little bit more about the crew. That way, when they died, it would have hit you a little bit harder. And then Zendaya obviously was just like, what's going on? We didn't know much about her. We didn't know much about her character.
Well, she was supposed to be. She wasn't even Athena. It was like in his head, because it shows him see her die. They kill her
Yeah,
as a girl.
which was a great match
So
cut
then-
or whatever.
yeah,
with
then-
the head.
That's in his mind like the personification of Athena, the goddess, was the girl he saw get killed in front of the statue of Athena. So like she wasn't really the goddess, but
I
in
thought
his
she
mind
was the actual
was.
goddess, but he just what's
Like
the word?
His remorse.
Yeah, like his personification of
His
the
embodiment.
goddess.
Yes, his embodiment of her. Yeah, okay.
Which I thought was like such a sweet thing. They went back to showing him
Yeah.
invading and like how he was seeing it in the end. He's just like, this is horrific what we're doing. And
Exactly.
they went back to the
Then
siege.
Yeah, I like how they kept threading it in, and then we didn't know we didn't have the full picture until pretty much the end.
I don't know why Safdie needed to play Agamemnon.
It was-
show
it
his
was
face.
so-
Wanted him in there.
Yeah.
It was so odd because like, yeah, he did look intimidating as that character, but like
It was
the amount
mostly
of
the costume.
yeah, the amount of armor anybody that dude's
Right.
not even in that great a shape,
Right.
right? You know what I mean? Like, and the funny thing is, like, the rumor is that Nolan called him up and asked him like, "What type of shape are you in?" And then Safdie's like, "I'll get in shape." Or you're not even in that good a shape. What are you
Don't
talking
need to be in
about?
shape for that.
What are you?
He's just a big dude.
But also another con of mine was that the pacing in the third act, with exception of the battle, the final battle, prior to that was a bit slow and a bit dragged out with him on the island, and that to me dragged out just a little bit. And then also, like, is it just me or does Nolan? This is a gripe I have with a lot of Nolan movies. He doesn't necessarily let the actors' performances like breathe sometimes. It's just a montage of images and like it's hard for he's more worried about like people talking about him and then not his actors so much.
I mean,
That's just
I don't know.
that,
I mean,
slightly.
I don't feel that as much, but I do agree with you're saying that he thinks he's the important.
yes,
component.
that I think I'm
I
not
think Heath Ledger
I'm-
kind of nailed it in the acting department in his movie. So
that's true. I'm
That's what
not saying. I'm not saying.
I don't have that gripe, but
I'm
I
not
do
saying
agree
to an
with
extreme sense. I'm
that.
saying
Nolan does like being the center of the attention.
I'm saying he does that slightly. He does that slightly. There's a lot of like, it's called Mickey Mousing, where like you know what this is when someone says something, or it's mostly in documentaries, and it's very amateur where they'll say a word and it flashes an image of that thing, and he does that, but in narrative movies, I'm not saying it's amateur at all, but like it's just his style. You take it for what it is, but I'm saying it takes away from the actor's performance sometimes.
I feel
I
like-
believe.
Doesn't let
Like-
them spell it out. He kind of just like shows you.
Well,
It shows you exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah,
He
like
shows the
Ben's trying-
images. Boom, boom.
Like undermines the actor's performance by showing you what they're talking about instead of letting you
be with the actor.
soak in their like performance.
Yeah, be with the actor in that moment. He doesn't let the actor's performance breathe.
Which I have seen.
sometimes.
I have seen
sometimes,
people
not-
complain about, saying that like one of the problems with the movie is like people are describing to you what's happening when you don't need them to do that.
It is a bit. What's the word? Expository.
Like a bunch of the scenes are like people describing to you what you're seeing, so like they could just be acting and not telling you what's
Yeah, yeah.
happening.
It is a bit expository at times.
Which it
I
doesn't
believe
really,
that's the word.
I didn't really have those problems with it.
Yeah. neither.
And minor. Some of the dialogue is just a bit. I don't know if it's the performance or the dialogue. It's a bit flat at times. Minor though. It's minor.
Did you guys hear
It's a
any
3-hour movie.
Yeah.
during the World Cup? Did you hear any of the like "It's coming home" nonsense? All England fans say that every World Cup, and
What's that mean?
They never win.
Oh, for
What-
the
that-
trophy?
Yeah, that it's coming home because
How-
like England's the birthplace of soccer. It's
Okay.
coming home. They say it every World Cup.
So that ties into this.
I wanted to say, did the British steal that from the Odyssey? it's coming home. During the end, Anne Hathaway's eyes were driving me crazy.
I
Dude,
didn't
The
notice.
left one looked huge.
way bigger.
See?
Dude,
I was like,
it was 100% bigger.
thank God, because I
She
thought it was just me.
She must have been wearing a contact. It was like,
like,
75%
it was like
of her
bulging.
pupil.
It was like
It was like 75%
Yeah, like
of
a
her
car-
pupil.
like a
and
cartoon.
and
I'm
this
definitely gonna
one-
pay attention to it
This
when I
one
go
was
see it
tiny
again.
as hell.
I
and this
do.
one's
When I see
massive.
it again, I haven't seen it again yet because I want to see it again on the IMAX because I saw the 70 millimeter, but it wasn't IMAX.
Yeah.
and I'm not going to see it in worse than I saw it before.
Yeah.
So I have to get into IMAX or go to Grand Rapids to see it again.
I want Odysseus.
Dude, get these beggars out of here.
It's too good.
It was
I
great,
shared
great
it to
line.
my story,
Dude.
and it said like how you feel when you're in the A-list line at AMC, and there's the line of other people.
Yeah.
You want me to just rapid fire some of all these?
Yeah, go ahead.
I do love the dog part in the end. It's very touching. The dog like wagging his
Oh
tail for a
man,
second.
dude,
Like,
I
awesome.
teared up a little
That
bit.
video I sent you guys in our group chat of like the guy like, you're telling me you have my dog
oh yeah.
on a heap of trash, and then he's like, tell your mom to get my thing. She knows where it is.
Yeah, and that is an awesome reveal. That's how Tom Holland. I forget his
That
character's
wasn't
name.
the story. The only one that recognized him was his dog.
So was that in the Odyssey?
Yeah.
That his son realizes it's him by his dog dying at that moment.
like in the Odyssey, the first person to recognize that it's Odysseus is his dog.
Does
Everybody
his dog
else is
die or
fooled.
no? Does it?
I don't remember, but I'm sure the dog does die. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But like
You're
in
supposed
this,
to have all the details on this
spoiler
massive.
alert, they do throw those puppies off the cliff.
Oh yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
it was a
shocking.
crazy short scene
Yeah,
to
it
add.
was,
'Cause
yeah.
I mean, it does have to do with the story, but also it does not at all.
Just
I heard-
with like matter of factly.
Yeah.
I heard that was practical too. He
Oh,
all right.
all right, they flip flopped the mom and the son character. Like in the actual story, the kid is like snippy with the mom the whole time,
Yeah.
not the mom like snapping at him.
Right. You're just a child.
Yeah, like so it was the other way around. Like he was like, "You're a bitch! Like how dare you?" And in the movie, it was more like she was like, "Stop being a brat! You're a kid." And then in the original story, Odysseus was reluctant to go to war and actually claimed madness to be like, "I can't go fight for you. I'm crazy."
Yeah.
and destroyed his
I'm
own
cra-
destroyed his own fields like on their
Oh,
farm
wow.
to be like, "Look, I'm so crazy. I'm wrecking my farm."
I'm
then
crazy.
They literally put his kid, like they put his son in front of the plow, and they're like, "Oh, you're so crazy! Destroy your fields now!" And he's like, "All right, I'm going to war."
No, that reminds me of a documentary where the whole family thought that the son was possessed. He was like 11 or something because he would just act out and do
Yeah.
all. He was possessed by the devil, and his dad wasn't buying it. So his dad one day went up to him and just smacked him around, and then like they cut to like his brother, and they're like, "Oh, funny! It just knocked the possession right out of him." It was great.
Elliot Page's character is not in the Odyssey at all. Their character was in other stories, but not the Odyssey.
Yeah,
and was Odysseus' cousin. And then, but it was very helpful for the plot of the movie and the Trojan horse scenes particularly, and it also helped make Antinous a bigger villain easier. Like you immediately were anti-Antinous because of that character. The Laestrygonians were sick, but made up by Nolan. Like in the OG, they were giant cannibals, and they just threw boulders at the boats and wrecked them, and then came out and killed a bunch of the crew.
Yeah, from what I seen, they looked kind of like Attack on the Titan type of creatures.
And the OG Odysseus' men ate the lotus, and they didn't. They like forgot about returning home. Like in the movie, it was just him eating the lotus, but in the story, like they were eating the lotus, and they didn't want to go home anymore because they didn't care, and he was still about it.
Oh, I did also love his way of getting out of that whirlpool and the monster type scenario.
Oh yeah,
we said we can go to the whirlpool. He told the guy like, we got to go this way. The whirlpool, we can work around and we can swing like slingshot.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, we'll all die.
Yeah.
And then he chose to go like the monster way, and then he knew they were going to get smoked.
He knew if he didn't say that, then they'd pick the whirlpool way.
If he told them there was a monster over there, they're not going to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would all die instead of just some of them.
Instead of 6, yeah.
I said maybe Nolan didn't want to appear clueless on sex this time around. Because in Oppenheimer, that was one of my gripes, is he doesn't know how sex works. But in the real Odyssey, Odysseus was fucking Calypso for those 7 years. Just the whole 7 years was fucking Calypso. And
they left that out.
Yeah. And then also Circe, how he got her to release his men was he fucked her. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Odysseus was not a good dude.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I get why they changed it for the movie.
Yeah.
He also had children with them.
Oh wow.
But I'll get to that.
Would have been a much
that's a crazy
crazier
twist. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
But so the Cyclops was very cool, and I think it was cool. I talked about why he made him deformed. But I was waiting for the thing where they tied themselves to the bottom of the sheep. Whether it's plausible or not, that was one of the big things about the story that I remembered. And it didn't happen.
I don't think it's plausible because think about the size of the sheep.
I'm saying. Even if it wasn't plausible, I was waiting for it to happen just because of that.
Right.
But then the nobody trick that you brought up that we talked about, that was missing. I know people have complained about it. I don't think it helped. It did any detriment to the plot.
No.
Right.
I think it was smart of him not to show the gods because, like, they talk about the gods. You see
Zeus, Poseidon,
their powers, but you don't actually see the gods.
Yeah.
And then, but showing Athena, I get.
No, that's great. You don't. If you show the gods,
But
that ruins the whole.
Could make it cheesy for sure.
100%. It ruins the
Giant
whole.
white beard and a robe in the clouds. And be like, oh, what?
Ruins the whole
he
thing.
had help from Hermes. But it makes sense that he was cut because they cut all the other gods. But Hermes is how he dealt with Circe, and also how he got away from Calypso. Both. Like Hermes is who helped him.
Hermes, is he in it?
No, they not at all.
Okay. Because Hermes is the
messenger of the gods.
Fast guy?
Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
he has the little winged shoes.
Yeah.
He is the messenger of the gods, but he's the only one that can go to the underworld, transport people there. Or
He can go and come back.
yes.
The ambush, like, that they did for his son was different, but, like, who cares?
Right. Right.
It still got the job done. His father, Odysseus' father, not being in it at all was weird to me, especially since the thing she was weaving, they even say it was like a burial shroud. It was for Odysseus' father who was dying, but he's not in the movie, so it was bizarre.
Didn't really lose
And
anything,
then
though.
no, but then it made sense to leave him out because they made Odysseus like a nicer, more loyal guy in this because he gaslit and tormented his dad hard in the story.
Yeah.
And was like a dick, and like. But it could have added another battle scene because in the story, Athena like uses her powers to let his dad join him in a battle because after he kills all those suitors, their families are pissed. So in the story, the families come out, they're like, okay, well, you killed all of our sons. We're going to kill you. And Athena allows his dad to come back, and they fuck up all the families of the suitors they killed. We talked about it, like the chopping off the dick and all that, and then cleaning the blood and hanging the slaves. That was gnarly.
Yeah.
How they kept bringing up sea people, that was not in the Odyssey. Like how they just kept saying the sea people.
Right. Are you the sea people?
Helen and her sister were not twins in the Odyssey, and the disfiguring of her face wasn't from the Odyssey. Cersei's sister, who's like the crow that he threatens to kill, was a real character, but not in the Odyssey. Achilles wasn't in the movie at all. He died in the Trojan War, like when the arrow to the foot.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole myth, but he's one of the people he would have spoke to in the land of the dead. He spoke to Achilles, and he speaks to his mom. But that scene was so good, I don't care.
Yeah, it seems great. You know that was James Remar, the one that was like on the ground. You know James Remar?
Yeah.
That was him on like that on the ground one. Isn't that interesting? I just found that. Isn't that weird?
In the OG, he doesn't save his son from the assassination. He meets up with him after he's already escaped. But that obviously just helped. And then Athena is who helps him. She's disguised as Mentor, the dude from Sons of Anarchy, and she helps him escape the assassination plot. And then he meets up with his dad after. Nolan made up her like Athena appearing as the young girl that died.
Yeah.
But like I think it was fine.
Yeah.
And it like she was actually heavily involved in the story, helping both him and his son. Like that's how they basically survived.
Yeah, I mean all the changes he made were good, and they didn't take anything away. For me, at least.
Then the only reason Odysseus escaped Calypso in the original is Athena asked Zeus to make her like, hey, let him go to go home. And Hermes is the one who shows up and is like, hey, Zeus said you got to let him go or you're going to be in trouble. And then she lets him go, which is crazy because so she was raping him for 7 years.
I mean, if you look like Charlize Theron, though, he's not complaining too
Right.
much.
Yeah, right.
Oh, for sure. And I said, damn, Hermes getting screwed out of screen time.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I mean, do you guys think that what's her name, Charlize Theron's character? Calypso. Do you think Calypso actually looked like that, or was it like some type of witchcraft type of thing where she's just?
Oh no, I think she's hot.
You think she's some hag or whatever?
She is
Oh,
now,
okay.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Penelope added an extra test in the original story, like how she did the arrow thing, and after that, it doesn't do anything to the movie. But after that, she said like, "Can you move our bed, like the bed in their bedroom?" And Odysseus knows that you can't move it because it's literally like an olive tree was growing through the castle, and he carved that into their bed, so it's immovable because the tree is still there, which doesn't take away anything from the movie.
Yeah.
Then, this is the craziest part. The Telegony, another epic poem after the Odyssey, describes the weird, incestuous end. So, like, Odysseus' son with Circe, the pig lady, comes to the island for revenge of some kind, accidentally kills Odysseus because he doesn't know his dad. And then he fucks Penelope.
Who does?
The son.
Penelope's his mom?
Penelope is Odysseus' wife.
Yeah,
so this is, Odysseus' bastard kid is fucking his stepmom, basically. And then Odysseus' son with Penelope, like Tom Holland's character, goes and fucks Circe, which is that kid's mom,
revenge.
and marries her.
Oh, wow. He one-upped him. He one-upped him.
Which is crazy. And then,
The pettiness of it.
yeah, and then they get married, and then they bury Odysseus on her island.
Circe.
Like Odysseus, when he dies, gets buried on the pig island.
The pig island is great.
Insane.
Yeah, it's an odd
And
choice.
then there was a thing that was cut, like the bag of
Who
winds.
buries him on the island?
His son and Circe.
What happened to Penelope?
She's married with the other fucking kid.
She married him?
They're shacked up. I don't know. They're fucking.
That's crazy.
But so then, like one of the trials, like in his return home, that was cut was the bag of winds, which was like basically a Pandora's box that had winds in it. So like when you opened it, if they opened it, they could have gotten home if they did it the right way. Like if you open it in spurts or whatever. But when Odysseus fell asleep, they're like, let's see what's in here, and they just open it, and it sends them back to like one of the islands they were already on, and now they're just like fucked.
Yeah.
And they could have easily made it home, but because like they did that in other scenes, so they had to cut one of them.
Yeah.
But like they opened the box and sent them back to the island with the guy who gave them the box to get home. So he's like, No, you're not getting any help now. You're just stuck on my island.
Because you're idiots.
And then that's all.
That's ridiculous. Oh wow, that's a lot of changes he made, but it doesn't sound like any
But some,
major.
some of them pretty minor, and
Yeah,
some
are pretty minor.
you got to cut something.
Yeah.
Mostly just kind of minor. And yeah, you're right. You do. I mean, what? How big is the novel?
Oh, it's huge.
Is it massive?
Yeah, over 600 pages.
Is it? Dang.
But
Yeah,
then also I heard this after the fact. There's like modern day
abridged
translations
versions,
of it.
yeah.
But like there's a female author who did like a good translation of it, an update of it, so it's like more modern.
Yeah.
And I guess that is the one he was basing the movie off of more than the original.
Okay.
So I don't know if she left out some of these things, but that's what I heard is her
Either way, you got to leave out some
yeah
stuff.
interpretation is what he went by.
Yeah.
What's her name? Marge?
I don't remember it.
Homer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't. Ask Drew.
It was a stretch. But we got there. We got
Marge
there.
and Homer.
All right, let's get to ratings, guys. Unless you guys got anything else to add.
Bart
to
and
add.
Lisa.
Let's get to ratings. What did you fellas give the Odyssey?
9er.
I also gave it not a 9. No, I gave it a 9. I gave it a 9.
I did. I give it a 9.
9. It's great. It's great. It's so great. I mean,
Honestly, could be a 9.5 after I see it again.
Could be.
Nolan doesn't really miss.
Except for when it comes to sex scenes.
I can't argue.
I mean,
that.
I didn't see Tenet.
Tenet's not a. It's not a thing. It's,
Yeah,
Not a thing.
it's
he
just.
said.
you really should, disregard that one.
It's not.
It's not the worst movie ever, but like,
not.
what? Just why?
Yeah. He even said you're not going to understand it, so it's just.
Yeah,
for
but
me.
that-
It's
that
just
was
for me,
understand
basically.
it. You're not
It is infuriating because, like,
You're not supposed
basically
to understand
they
it.
wouldn't
It's
let
great.
they wouldn't let him make a Bond movie. He goes, "I'm gonna make my own
No, I know.
weird
Yeah.
spy movie."
Right.
And then what?
Yeah.
Like
He
literally
said-
in interviews, you see him and he goes, "Well, the thing about like the science and math of time travel," and then you just stop paying attention.
He
You're like,
has
what is
stuff like clips in it. There's like comedy if you watch them. Like, weren't you just here yesterday? You're supposed to be my son from farther back a year, and he's like, I'm from you from 4 days ago. What? What? I swear to God, there's a scene like that.
That's so great that Pattinson said I had no idea
Right.
what was happening
He says the
while I
line.
was shooting it.
He says that line.
That's great. But yeah, guys, you think this one's watch it ASAP? Watch it
Oh,
whenever,
for
skip
sure.
it. Yeah, watch
You
it
got to
ASAP.
see it and see it in theaters.
Theater,
It's a
this
theater
is,
experience.
This is a theater
Well,
experience.
watch it on your phone in the bathroom, maybe.
Yeah, I seen someone. Dude, the best
As
one.
Nolan intended.
Dude, the best one was someone. I don't even know what the hell he was using. Some type of technology, probably from like '95, and he was scanning each frame and making a flip book, and it was like in black and white, and he was like, and it took forever, and it was great. But all right, guys, that's our review for the Odyssey, and let us know what you thought, and yeah, please like and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and thank you so
Tell me
much.
what parts I'm wrong about.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.